Whew. So now Miss Hustle and Averb are talking about the judging situation over at Midnight Madness. Let's talk about it.
Another one.
Battle Booth is half a gang on the low. He half a gang on the low. I'm Battle Booth gang, so y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is.
The Battle Booth. If you look him up, y'all go subscribe to his channel.
Oh man, you already know what it is. It's your boy Joe coming at you live and downright from the battle. Boom! Appreciate all the supporters, all the subscribers, man. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit a like, you know what I'm saying? If y'all can share the video for me, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. So, I'm sure a lot of us, especially people that watch me, are aware of what's been going on lately when it comes to the Midnight Madness judging situation. It was exposed recently that there was some betting going on in the background when it came to the judges that were involved with determining the winner to the drugs versus Truffaut battle. John the Don on a video, maybe unknowingly, I'm not sure if he knew what he was, you know what I mean, came out and said that Remy had asked Twerk for her money because she had just bet on Truffaut to win the battle versus drugs. John the Don exposed this information. The video surfaced. Within 24 hours, the community was in an uproar. That's usually how battle rap in a small community works, right? As soon as something comes out, it's a small community. It's not like it's the music industry to where you're probably never going to see some stuff when things are being talked about. But this is battle rap, so it's still a very small community. So word got around very quickly, very quickly. Now, it's funny when some people are saying that that's cap, right? Because, for example, let's say either Anwar or whoever it is denying that that happened, or because Twerk didn't actually pay Remy any money or anything like that. These news came out almost immediately after the event happened. If Remy or Twerk decided not to go through with the bet, it was most likely because the news had surfaced very quickly. For those people that are saying that that's cap, right? You are literally saying that John the Don lied out of his teeth, right through his teeth. Somebody who was there, who was a part of the situation. You're saying that he made up that whole thing that he said on camera, that he literally witnessed and heard Remy yell over to Twerk to give her money after Truffaut was determined the winner, because she had apparently bet on Truffaut. So to say that that's cap is to say that John the Don is capping through his teeth to us for some reason, whatever reason it might be. Those people that are saying that that's cap wouldn't be able to tell us or explain to us why John the Don would lie about something like that. That's crazy. And we're all jiggy. We're all in tune with how this culture works, bro. Of course, most likely there's going to be some betting going on in the background. Of course. That's not something that is to be overlooked. Just the fact that it's a judge that was involved is what makes it extremely controversial. So we're all in tune with the situation. If you watch me, you know what I'm saying? You've been paying attention, and we talk about it. We talk about everything. The judging situation, according to Miss Hustle and Averb, is that you cannot judge a battle. You can't judge a battle possibly off of first watch. You can, but you can't judge a battle accurately or efficiently off of a first watch. Miss Hustle put up a tweet that said that everybody who won a belt, and I'm sure she wasn't being literal, right? But I understood what she meant. She was saying that some of these people that won belts need to return the belts, bruh. Because apparently, the way that this looked was completely different on camera than it was in the room. According to Miss Hustle and Averb, Averb confirms that by saying right under it that there is no possible way to judge a battle off of first watch. Unfortunately, though, Midnight Madness is currently in a situation where the judging is absolutely done on first watch. There is no taking any time. There is no trying to figure anything out. There is no nothing besides how somebody felt at that moment. And this is something that Miss Hustle's pointing out. This is very true, and it's very, very important. And we're going to get to why this is very important, bro. As far as the judging goes, I feel like there needs to be, I don't think there should be or whatever. I think there needs to be a criteria for judging these battles, bro. There needs to be a criteria for judging these battles. It's important that we set that expectation and criteria for the future. And again, I'm going to get to why in a little bit, but follow me here. As far as the judging goes for Midnight Madness, we need a specific criteria because we need these battle rappers to know what they're getting into prior to going in there battling and risking their legacy or career or what they've worked so hard for, right? Or whatever the case is. We need to have clarity around how we're going to be judging these battles. For example, have 5 points. This is just an example. This is just a basic, simple example, bro, of how we can resurrect, right, this judging situation over at Midnight Madness, bro. 5 points. Make it like there's a criteria. There's 5 points to a criteria, bro. We're gonna grade you on this scale, right? And the 5 points would be performance. Even though I'm not a big fan of performance, we all know that that's something that is absolutely incorporated in battle rap today, right? Performance on a scale of 1 to 5, right? Delivery on a scale of 1 to 5, right? Quality of content, right? On a scale of 1 to 5. Whatever it is, you guys understand and follow what I'm saying, right? Because what that will do for a battle rapper who's going into a Midnight Madness situation is they will know exactly how to go about, right, the battle. They will have the correct approach to these battles. We all know that the approach you take in a battle is what wins it, bro. Any battle rapper can win any battle on any given night. Just like any fighter, any boxer could get knocked out any given night. All you need is a fighter's chance, like just one punch. That's all you need. So if we want this to work, right? And again, I'm going to get to why this has to work. This is very important to get resurrected quickly, to get these kinks ironed out quickly, bro. Because this is kind of a big, this is a kind of a big fire, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That whole situation, first event, Midnight Madness' first event, and we have this type of thing that's being exposed. Like, really? We couldn't even wait till the second, third, fourth event just to land some controversy around this. Like, this has to be successful. Like, as much as I might make videos pointing out some of the flaws, like, I ultimately would like for whatever business venture this is, to be successful. Because I would want more battlers to get more shine and things like that. Now, obviously, I feel like for some battlers, that's not a good thing to do. Like Cortez, I don't think Cortez should be getting on there and battling, for example, right? But that doesn't mean that I don't think others who should take those opportunities, right, and risk those chances, should get up there. But either way, that's besides the point. As far as the judging system goes, bro, if we had clarity around what it was that we had to do, for example, when you go to a job, when you start a job, right, there's criteria, there's expectations of you. There are things that you have to do in order to remain working there and in good standing, right? There's specific things that have to be done. You have specific responsibilities when it comes to your job duties, right? And those are typically and usually listed out for you when you're either applying or when you're being given, you know, the job information or whatever that's given to you. That way you know what to expect. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, we need to know what to expect, because it seems like Miss Hustle said and confirmed, bro, she's saying that it looks completely different on camera, right? These battles than they did in the room. So because of those types of situations, right, it's important that we iron out those kinks as quickly as possible, bro. Like, I would strongly recommend criteria, bro, expectations. Let these battle rappers know what it is that they're going to be graded on. That way they don't go in there clueless as to, you know, that way somebody doesn't go in there with the whole rapidy rap style, which is nothing wrong with, right? but they lose because that's not what the battle called for in the situation, or they didn't get enough reaction in the room, or like that's kind of a little bit of an issue. But this is why this is important, though. This is why this is important to get this under control, right? The whole judging system. Midnight Madness is seeming like it's going to be a reoccurring thing, right? The first event was a success. We had battles go through. People won belts, right? Some people won money, whatever the case was. Whoever felt like somebody won whatever, all that is debatable. That's not what we're talking about, right? This is why this is important, that we get the judging under control. Midnight Madness is going to be a reoccurring thing. As long as we support it, and as long as the battle rappers continue to, you know, risk it, and, you know, go in there and be courageous, and go in there in like a, you know, the pit, you know, or like a mosh pit battle rap, or like Fight Club or whatever. As long as they're able to, as long as battle rappers continue to be willing to do this, it'll continue. All right. So because this is going to continue, a lot of people's reputations and or resumes and or legacies and or win or loss records and all these things, right, are going to be affected by Midnight Madness. It's going to be affected by it. So because your legacy is going to be affected by Midnight Madness, it is absolutely 1,000,000% important that we get the judging under control and get it to a place where it makes sense for everybody. Because this is going to be affecting people's careers, bro. The reason I say this is going to be affecting people's careers, bro, and people's legacies now, right, is because, bro, I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to mention this, man. I wanted to mention this specifically, bro. For the past, I don't remember how long, maybe the entire time that I've been watching battle rap, bro. But specifically for the past like 5 years or so, right? People like Sous Surf constantly hammer in, constantly repeating and hammering in this notion that if it's not on URL, it doesn't count. Am I right or am I wrong? As a matter of fact, Champion of the Year is, a lot of it is based on the URL battles, the NBA. This is what we've been told and brainwashed to believe for the past 5-10 years, bro. Oh, if it's not on URL, it don't count. Oh, if it's not on URL, it don't count. Why? Because there's competition out there. There's King of the Dot, RBE. You know, there's competition. So, you know, they've been drilling this mantra into us for the past 5 to 10 years, bro. To the point where a lot of us, right, unfortunately, a lot of us fans that follow URL like that are completely under the impression and do solely believe that if it's not on URL, it doesn't count. So somebody tell me how it is that a Sous Surf and more are now changing that narrative. Now, because Midnight Madness has come to be, right, which is a brand new startup thing, a brand new startup business venture that has no history of proven superstars coming out of it, has no history of anybody building a legacy off of it, has no history of it doing anything. It's actually a brand new league that started last week. That's not even established yet. It is a startup business venture. And all of a sudden, this startup business venture that just started last week, that's had one event, is competing with URL. Now, I see people on Twitter, right, tweeting Surf. Oh, I see the question come to be, bro, Dre Dennis, where am I at? I'll share the tweet here. Dre Dennis just recently, I don't know if it was, I think it was Dre Dennis. People like Dre Dennis, A Ward, and are pointing that out too. It's like, wait a second. So now, so they're 1-round battles. Dre Dennis, right? He had like 35 battles last year. A Ward had like 26 or something. So these 1-round battles, right, and all these things didn't count last year, right? Because they weren't on URL. They weren't in any way associated with URL. They're not at URL, whatever the case is, blah, blah, blah. So they don't count. Doesn't matter if it was on King of the Dot. Doesn't matter if it was on RBE. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if A Ward went up against Clips, which he did in 2021, well, 1-round battle. It doesn't matter. If it's not on URL, it doesn't count. Which ultimately led to A Ward not even being in the top 3 as far as winning champion of the year. I'm not here to debate that. I'm just saying. But instead, Surf was in the top 3 with 3 URL battles. That's how much. I'm just speaking on and trying to explain to you guys how much this saying of if it's not a URL, it doesn't count, has held so much weight. Surf's 3 battles that he had last year landed him within the top 3. A-Ward had 26 battles, a percentage of which were top tiers, 1-round battles. He didn't make the top 3 though. This is how much weight, according to, fans and like the URL panelists when they're doing Champion of the Year talks and discussions, that's how much weight the URL holds. Bruh, you can battle just 3 times in the last quarter and be within the top 3 for the year. Compared to an A-Ward or Dre Dennis who battled 20-something times. A-Ward with a combination of top-tier names, but because they're one-rounders, right, and they're not a URL, it doesn't really count. Now we're all of a sudden pushing this narrative, bro, that this brand new league, simply because you hold the belt, this brand new league that just started last week, now it's going to come second to URL. Now, 1-round battles do matter, right? Now, because it's under URL, this does matter. All of a sudden, the narrative flips from if it's not on URL, it doesn't count, to Midnight Madness battles count towards Champion of the Year talks. It counts towards this. It counts towards that. It counts towards everything. Again, just keep in mind, a brand new startup business venture that holds no weight yet, has no history of proving any, bro, over King of the Dot, over RBE. This is what I'm seeing fans saying now, bro, because a lot of people are just, I don't know. I can't explain what it is that's going on here. Partially, but not fully, man. But that's why it's important that we get the judging and everything under control, because now I see a bunch of fans and everything, and even battle rappers talking about the fact that if it's not on Midnight Madness, it don't count now. Now, Midnight Madness counts more so than King of the Dot and RBE. And these established leagues that have had years and years of proven success over the course of time. Midnight Madness holds weight over these things now. So if this is going to be the case, right, Surf and whoever else is running Midnight Madness and might be watching, if that's the case, and this is what we're going to do, and we're going to try and say and create this narrative, push this narrative that Midnight Madness holds weight over King of the Dot and RBE and all these leagues, let's get the judging situation fully under control then. Because we can't have a situation like drugs and True Foe coming up, bro, where we got judges that are compromised betting on people when their legacies depend on it. And now when it comes to Champion of the Year talks, bro, this is going to go against a drugs now, right? Like, I'm just bringing this to light, you know what I'm saying? Trying to keep it, light and just try and bring about a resolution for this whole situation, because I don't want to dwell on it anymore, dwell on what it was that happened, you know what I'm saying, with the voting situation, but look to a solution. So that if we are going to make this a thing, bro, if we are going to make this Midnight Madness a thing, which it looks like we are, let's iron out those kinks, bro. I don't want to see battle rappers getting played, bro. I don't want to see battle rappers getting cheated. I don't want to see that judges are betting against battle rappers and then asking people to pay up right there in the spot, who, like, probably while drugs was still in the room. Like, that's disrespectful, bro. And that's just not cool, man. So let's get that under control, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. You already know what it is. It's your boy Dro coming at you live and direct right from the battle.